S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad life. She fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like, yeah, 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dropped, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and egg, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profit. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit them up with this resistance. Watch them roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profit. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profit. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profit. That TTG money gang, we some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group. And in case you didn't know, we were a Benzinga FinTech Awards finalist for Best Data Analysis Tool last year. And we are currently the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools and live workshops and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody at True Trading Group. You see, we take that university level of curriculum, we pair it with 8 professional full-time trading moderators that are with you each and every single day, calling out their trades, answering questions, and providing you with market commentary and analysis from pre-market all the way through into the close. See, the mods and I are not just gone after an hour or two, and then you're just left to fend for yourself. You also get access to our members. Our members are the most educated, helpful, supportive, and successful community of traders that you're ever going to find. Not to mention, you're going to get access to the real-time trade alerts from the moderators and myself that collectively as a group have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% on all of our executions. For now, we're going on roughly the last 4 years. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you guys have come to the right place. Because 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live on this channel with myself, other TTG mods, and special guests, drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas that can help you all become better traders. But why should you listen to anything it is that we discuss on this channel? It's a great question. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I didn't figure this out watching YouTube videos. I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. It's my first job right out of college, where they had me go through an educational training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. And then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. That was the big stock market crash, but it was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure you smash that like button and show some love. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you never miss out on any of these live streams, because we're dropping golden nuggets, giving you free lessons, education, and trade ideas on a regular basis. Today was a crazy day in the markets, but before I get into the markets, we have a really special live stream in here in store for you guys, because I'm giving away some money tonight. I'm giving away some cold hard cash. I am giving $100 to 3 different TTG members. Why? I don't know. Because it's fun. And it's tax day. And everybody hates tax. Well, I guess if you're waiting on your refund check, you don't mind tax day. But for those of us that pay tax, that don't get taxes taken out of a paycheck and have to actually pay taxes come tax day, we hate tax day. Hate tax day. But in honor of tax day, why the hell not? Let's give away some cash. $100 to 3 different TTG members. I'm going to be giving you 2 code words on this live stream. Later on in the stream, we're going to spin the wheel of names, and we're going to then, if your name is called, you're going to have to send a text message to the phone number that I put up on the screen. And if your name is called, you'll have 2 minutes to text the phone number that we put on the screen, and you have to give me both code words. If you can give me both code words within the 2-minute allotted time frame, $100 is yours. That's for members of True Trading Group. So good luck. The first code word, first one I'm giving to you right now. So you better write it down. You're going to need to know both. The second one I'll give you later on during the stream. The first code word for tonight is hello. 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 That's the first code word for tonight. All right. Remember, you're going to need to know both code words in order to win the $100 in case your name is called later on this stream. All right. So the first code word is hello. Now, crazy day in the markets today. I got to be honest with you. This is not what I expected today. I come on these live streams all the time. I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. I tell you, hey, this is what I think. Okay. Hey, Bob McCall. You know what else? Bob McCall, get off my live stream, bro. I got no time for people like you, just miserable people like you. Oh, he doesn't like the intro music. The intro music is to give people a chance to join the live stream so they don't miss anything. If you don't like it, Bob, just keep on scrolling through YouTube. Go watch somebody else's channel, because honestly, you are not the type of person that I want part of True Trading Group, if I'm being completely honest. We have 10,000 members in 115 different countries. And if you're just a miserable human being, I don't want you part of this group. Simple as that. If you're ready to make some money and you're ready to become a real trader and you're ready to take advantage of the greatest market opportunity that I've ever seen in my entire life, cool, then stick around. But you also got to be a good, decent person. And if you're not, kick rocks. Plenty of other places for you to go hang your miserable hat. Now, as I continue on here through the stream here today, this is not what I expected from the markets today, right? It's not what I expected from the markets today. I told you guys on my live stream yesterday, I do these live streams every Sunday evening, and I tell you, hey, this is exactly what I think is going to happen in the markets, right? This is what I think the markets are going to do. These are the stocks I'm going to be focused on. This is how I plan on making money. I come out every single Sunday evening, and I tell you exactly what my thoughts are. Now, last night, I told you that my target for the markets was 504 to 505. However, I did not think that was going to happen today. I thought we would get to that target by the middle to the end of this week. I did not think we would get there today. And something very specific happened in the markets today. And it has everything to do with what's happening in the Middle East. And it was a bit of a wild card. It was something that a lot of people were not expecting coming into the day. I certainly was not expecting it. It was a surprise to me, and it was a surprise to the market. All you need to do is take a look at the size of this massive red candle today for you to realize that nobody was expecting what actually took place while the markets were open. The markets gapped up big today. Now, we called that last night. Last night, I said to you what happened over the weekend when the market sold off on Friday, and then Iran had their attack. My opinion was a big, giant nothing burger. They sent a bunch of missiles. Israel had 2 to 3 hours of heads up kind of notice to prepare for it. Like 1 or 2 of the 200 missiles or drones ever actually hit the ground. There were there was one casualty. Unfortunately, it was a 10-year-old girl, but she's injured. She wasn't killed. She got injured by a piece of shrapnel. There was no casualties. There was no damage to infrastructure. There were no soldiers that were injured. I mean, it was just a big, fat, giant, whole lot of nothing. But it's significant, the fact it's the very first time that Iran actually, from within Iran, attacked Israeli soil. It's the first time that that's ever happened. Every other time that Iran has ever done anything to Israel, it's always been from behind a mask of all their different terror proxies, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, all the different terror organizations that Iran supports. They're the ones that always attack Israel. It's never actually been Iran saying, hey, yes, we did this. So that was a form of a retaliation, or a form of an escalation, rather, I should say. Not retaliation, a form of escalation. But it was a whole lot of nothing. And the markets gapped up today. Oil traded down today early in the morning because everybody thought, okay, if that's all that it was, because that's all it was going to be, because Iran came out with a statement after the attack and a statement to the UN Security Council and was like, okay, we're done. That was it. We consider our retaliation complete. We consider our response finished, and that's it. And everyone's like, okay, well, if that's it, if that's all that was going to happen over the weekend, then that's actually not that bad. And let's actually now start to trade higher. And all that risk premium that came out of the market on Friday came right back in. The markets gapped up today, and we traded back to Friday's high. But then things changed in the middle of the trading session. You see, in the middle of the trading session, the Israeli government, their war cabinet, they met today. And their war cabinet decided that it's not over. The war cabinet decided that they are going to hit Iran in a retaliation response to Iran attacking Israeli soil. Because Iran attacking Israel was just a response and a retaliation to Israel having an airstrike on a building that had Iranian soldier or generals and military leaders in it, but they didn't actually strike Iranian soil as far as like within their own country. So Israel's saying this is the first time Iran has ever done this. We must respond. So now Israel, whether it's tonight or if it's tomorrow, we don't know when, but Israel has said that an attack in response to this is imminent. Now, nobody knows what that response is going to be. Nobody knows what that attack is going to be. What are they going to hit? Are they going to hit oil infrastructure? Are they going to hit some of their nuclear plants? What are they going to hit? Are they going to hit military targets? What are they going to actually hit? What's the extent and what's the severity of the response? Because if it is something drastic and something severe, that's going to then prompt Iran to then react to that. That's how you get into a full-blown all-out war. And that is what scared the markets today. The markets came into the day today saying, okay, this conflict is starting to de-escalate and it's not as bad and maybe this is going to fizzle out. And we have this big move higher to all of a sudden Israel saying, we're not done. We're not going to let this fly. You're not going to attack and send missiles into Israeli soil directly from Iran. We're not going to let that fly. It's the first time Iran's ever done that. And Israel's going to respond. And the markets then got very, very, very upset and very nervous about now things really escalating within the region. And that's why the market sold off today. The markets didn't sell off today because of strong retail sales. They didn't sell off today because of something Jerome Powell said. They sold off today because just when everyone thought we might escape this confrontation without a major war conflict, now that is a very real possibility, and it's brought right back onto the table. It's brought right back front and center. And the markets are very nervous about that. And that's why you just got that big sell-off in the markets today. And this is all while we are about to go into earnings. Now, I said to you guys yesterday that I think the big focus this week is going to be earnings. That was before I knew that Israel was going to then attack Iran in response to the attack that Iran had against Israel over the weekend. I thought, based on what had happened, hey, that's actually not that bad if that's all that Iran's going to do. Now we can just focus on earnings. Israel attack hitting Iran again changes that. It changes the focus for this week. Because now everybody, as you can see in the market's reaction today, we really didn't have any big earnings today. You had Goldman Sachs and Charles Schwab. Big deal. Right? You didn't have any major, massive companies that are huge signs of strength in the economy or huge signs of strength in the consumer. You had a couple of financials and a couple of banks. And honestly, that's not that big of a deal. The markets didn't sell off today because of earnings. They sold off today. And it lined up perfectly. It literally lined up perfectly. When you see the price action in the markets today, there were three distinct moments when the market sold off today. And all three line up with headlines coming out of Israel. And the headlines coming out of Israel were right here. This was when we found out that the war cabinet was actually meeting in Israel to talk about whether or not they're going to respond to this attack. And that was when that news first broke at just after 10 a.m. this morning. And then later on this afternoon, this is when we actually found out that a lot of members within that war cabinet were saying, no, we must respond. We must respond. We must respond. And there was a lot more of an argument and discussion within people of the war cabinet where there was a lot of people that felt like they need to respond. And then right after like 1 o'clock, this is when we got confirmation that Israel said, and Israel's chief of staff, the military defense chief of staff actually said, and then we got actually said that we are going to respond to Iran's attacks militarily. And then we got news that the Israeli Air Force had just finished preparing whatever they need to prepare in preparation for what they said is an imminent response to Iran's attack over the weekend. And when every single one of these headlines came out, the market moved to the downside. It is very obvious. This is why the market sold off today. And it puts a little bit of a wrinkle in what we can expect this weekend. But what it does do for certain, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. A fool's game, you want a true fool's game, just try to predict a geopolitical situation. You're gonna screw yourself a lot more than you're going to actually nail it and play it right. Do not try to predict geopolitical situations. You have no idea what Israel is going to do. You have no idea what Iran is going to do in response to that. You have absolutely no idea. Do not try to predict what these actions are going to be. Rather, react to them. That's what members in True Trading Group did today. Members in TTG reacted to these news headlines that were coming out and were able to capitalize on whether it was SPY put options or short futures throughout the course of the trading day as these news headlines started coming across the wire. You had other short trades like 160% gain today on put options on Okta. That was a trade executed by one of our pro trading moderators, Shai Martin. Absolute beautifully executed, about 160. I actually think, I'm sorry, that was a 200% gain right into the bell. That was a 200% gain right into the bell on Okta as Okta sold off today going down into the close. And that was good for, I think that was right around a 200% gain on put options there on Okta. Or if you were trading put options on the SPY, it ended up being a really great day for a lot of members inside of True Trading Group because of that. Don't try to predict what these actions will be. There's a reason why on Friday I closed all my positions. I didn't know what was going to happen over the weekend with Iran. I didn't want to risk a huge gap down or a huge gap up. We had a huge gap up today, but then it sold off. And again, now that we know Israel's going to respond, I have no open positions right now. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait to see what the actions are, and then I'm going to react to them. Okay. Now, the way that I think the market's going to react to Israel's response is going to be based on the severity of Israel's response. If Israel hits huge infrastructure targets, if they hit any of their nuclear facilities, if they take out any of their oil facilities, that is going to be a very big deal. If those are the things that they hit, if they hit an oil facility or a nuclear facility, then Iran is going to have to respond. And that's how an all-out war could break out. And if they hit anything that's oil related, if Israel hits anything oil related, watch out for the price of oil to spike over the next day or two as things really then start to heat up and oil supply would be affected and impacted on the global scale. Now, again, I don't know what Israel's going to do. I'm not here to give you a prediction on what I think Israel's going to do. I'm here to give you analysis on if this, then that type of scenarios so that you can make money from these situations. Because whether you like it or not, volatility is here. I told you 3 weeks ago to get ready for volatility, not because I was anticipating a war between Israel and Iran, but because I know how markets trade. I've been doing this for 18 years. The market got very complacent after being green for 5 consecutive months. It's not typical for markets to go up in straight lines. What is actually typical is for markets to experience a bit of a correction at some point throughout the course of a trading year. And my goodness, will we do for a correction? And then all it needed was a little bit of some hot inflation data, and then it needed a little bit of concern between Israel and Iran and oil prices to move higher. And then that tipped the scale. And now the markets are starting to pull back as we're now significantly red on the month of April, as it looks like if things continue this way, it looks like you're going to stop that green streak of 5 months. We were green November, December, January, February, March. We are certainly right now red on the month of April, and you're going to need something to change drastically. The SPY is going to have to get back to 522 in order for us to be green in the month of April. I don't think that the market's got that type of a reversal in it unless the earnings we get over the next 2 weeks are massive blowouts. If they are massive blowouts, they are huge beats, they are guided, they're raising guidance. I don't know. And if the Israel and Iran situation just completely fizzles out, I don't see how this market goes back to 522 before the month is over to end that green streak and to give you your first red month of the year and your first red month in the last 6. Okay, I don't see how that's going to happen. Okay, so this is where we are. And again, whether you like it or not, the volatility is here. The volatility is here. Okay, I told you guys that you need to learn how to trade, during volatility. Okay, you have to learn how to trade during moments of volatility, because what can happen is you can't make money while the markets go up and then literally lose it all the 2 weeks that the market pulls back. You can't make money for 2 months on the way up and the markets pull back for 2 weeks and you lose all of it. You can't do that. You cannot do that. But that's what so many people do. That's what happened to so many people back in 2021 and 2022. So many people made tons of money in 2021. A lot of people on this live stream, maybe you're even guilty of this. You made a ton of money in 21. You really didn't know what you were doing. It was just buy something. The whole market went up. Doesn't matter what you bought. But then in 2022, that all changed. And a lot of people got their heads taken off in 2022. They lost all the money they made in 21 and then some. They even went red. Never mind just gave back all their gain. They actually went red. And the markets went up a lot more in 21 than we actually went down in 22. But still, people lost more money in 22 than they made in 21. You have to know and understand how to make money in down markets. You have to get comfortable with learning how to short stocks. You've got to get comfortable with learning how to buy put options. You have to learn about inverse ETFs. You need to learn about all the ways that we as active traders can make money when stocks go down. I personally do not give a damn what happens in the stock market. I don't care if we rip to new all-time highs. I don't care if we crash 30% or 40% and we have a massive recession. I do not care either way because I don't need the markets to go up in order for us to make money. As long as the market's open, we have a job. And that's what kills me about people that talk about like financial security. There's a lot of people that like avoid the markets because they think it's not for them. They're like, oh, I want financial security. You tell me, what is financially secure? Waking up every morning, commuting to a job that you absolutely hate for a boss that you hate even more, to bust your ass and give up all of your time and energy and effort for a predetermined wage that at any given moment, that company could decide that we don't need you anymore. We're going to cut back on costs. We're going to lay you off because you're completely replaceable. And you go from making $100,000 a year to then all of a sudden, the very one day later, 24 hours later, zero. You're fired. You're laid off. You're done. Go and collect your employment benefits. Maybe you're lucky enough if you've been there long enough to get a severance package. But for all intents and purposes, your income is gone. You tell me where the financial security is there. Because I don't consider that financially secure. If somebody else is in complete control of your financial stability, then there's no security in that whatsoever. The only way for me to believe that I am truly financially secure is to not have to rely on anybody other than myself to earn a wage. And that is what the stock market and trading provides. Every single person that's on this live stream has the ability, whether you think it or not. And if you think that it's not possible for you, it's most likely because you're lying to yourself, you're feeding yourself excuses, or you have fallen victim into believing the things that the people on top don't want you to know. And the people on top want you to stay within a box. And that box is complete and irrational exuberance and greed and FOMO and complete and panic fear. Because if all you do is transact in the market at those two peak moments, where the stock market's rallying, we're at all-time highs. You're like, wow, I can't miss this. Nvidia's at $950. I can't miss this move. It's going to go to 2,000. I got to dump all my money into the market, and you're dumping it right into the market at all-time highs. Who do you think you are buying shares from? You are buying them from the guys on top. And they want you to transact at these moments of irrational exuberance so they can suck all of your money at the top so they can get out. And then when the markets go down, and down and down and down we go, and you hold and you hold and you hold because you don't want to take the loss. You hold and you hold and you hold until it gets so incredibly painful and so incredibly fearful and scary that you think you're going to lose all of your money. So you panic and you sell at the bottom. Guess who you're selling your shares to? The guys on top. And these are liquidity traps for retail investors. This is how the top investment firms and hedge funds, this is how they get into their positions, how they get out of their positions, and how they make money hand over fist year after year, while the retail investor continues to struggle by buying the tops and selling the bottoms when you should be doing the exact opposite. Now, the biggest reasons that people skip out and they miss on all of these things because they don't know any better. And the reason they don't know any better because they don't have any type of real education whatsoever. All they do is they go and they sit in a bunch of free Discord rooms and listen to people like Mambo Jam's Kitty Cat on social media that have absolutely no idea what it is that they're talking about. And these are the holes that these people fall into. And they get fed a bunch of lies. And those lies are, oh, it's not the pandemic anymore. I got to go back to work. I can't sit in front of my computer screen all day long and stare at charts. I can't sit here and make 100 trades during the day and be in and be out and be in and be out and be in and be out of my trades. I'm too busy for that. I can't do it. Biggest lie you'll ever tell yourself is that just because you have a job that you can't trade. It's not true. Can you scalp, which is you're literally in and out within a couple seconds or minutes? No, you can't scalp. But is scalping the only form of trading? Also no. Traditional day trades, our day trades last hours. Our swing trades last days, sometimes even weeks. We have 10,000 members in True Trading Group. 82% of them have a full-time job. 82% of them work over 40 hours a week, and they're still sitting here making money. As a matter of fact, the majority of our members are making money. And I'll prove that to you. Don't just take my word for it. Members of TTG, do me a favor. If you're a member, go ahead and type the number 1 right now in chat if you're making money and you're becoming a better trader. Just type the number 1 if that's you. If you're making money, you're becoming a better trader, type the number 1. Now, anybody that's on this live stream right now that is just here, you're waiting for my analysis on the markets, it's coming. Don't worry. We got a lot to talk about how we're going to make money from this week as earnings kick off and we have a potential war going on with Israel and Iran. We're going to talk about all of it. But what you really should be doing right now is not listening to the words I say. You should be paying attention to the numbers they type, because these are your friends, your family members, and your coworkers, and these are your peers. These people found True Trading Group the same way you did. It's one of these live streams. They bet on themselves. They invested in a True Trading Group membership, and now they're actually making money. And they're not making money because they're lucky, and they sure as hell aren't making money because they're sitting at home in front of their computer screen all day, every day. I just got done telling you 82% of our members have a full-time job. The biggest lie you will ever tell yourself to limit and restrict yourself from reaching your goals is that the stock market's not for me because I have a job. We wouldn't have 10,000 members at True Trading Group if you had to be sitting at home in front of a computer screen for the whole day in order to be part of TTG. We'd have probably 800 members. But we don't. We have over 10,000 in 115 different countries now. That's up from 100 members in 2017. And I'll prove to you that our members are doing it with a full-time job. Guys, I'm sorry. Members, one more time, just tell me, well, not one more time, but tell me what you do for a living if you guys are making money while working a full-time job. Just type in chat what you actually do for a living. And the people that are on here that are feeding into these lies, read the comments and see if maybe there's someone here that does the exact same thing for a living as you do. And then explain to me why they can do it and why you can't. Members, do me a favor, guys. I really want to show people that this is possible. Do me a favor, members, comment in chat what you guys do for a living. Here, let's read a couple. IT, teacher, bakery owner, barber, engineer. I have multiple jobs. Medical sales, restaurant owner, paramedic. I own an AC company. Help desk, plumber, sales manager, film production, HVAC contractor, healthcare, accounting, CNC operator, real estate investor, corporate finance, landlord, electronics tech, own a barber shop, okay, boiler maker. Johnny Chase just left work, got 250% today on SPY puts while at work. Johnny Chase, my man, congrats. Jim Knox drives a truck 100 miles each day, 5 days a week. If he can do it, explain to me why you can't. Now, here's the last thing that I'll say. Since we're talking about all the lies, right? Because that's all I've talked about so far. It's all the lies that people have told themselves or that they have believed that has limited them from reaching their goals. There's one more real big fat one that we've got to address. And that's that I don't have enough money to take advantage of the market. Also a big, giant, fat lie. You don't need tens and thousands of dollars in order for you guys to be able to take advantage of this opportunity. A couple $100 will do. Don't believe me? Cool. I love when people don't believe me. You shouldn't listen to the words. You shouldn't believe the words I say just because I say them. You know, yes, I've been doing this for 18 years. Yes, I received the Trader of the Year award. Yes, I was trained at a fund on Wall Street. But just because I say those things doesn't mean that you should just believe everything that comes out of my mouth. What you should believe are the people that are experiencing True Trading Group from your peers' perspective. And a lot of our members join TTG with less than $1,000 in their trading account and are making money just fine. We'll teach you how to trade options. You got to use a cash account, not a margin account. Use a cash account, and we'll teach you how to trade options with a small account. and I'll prove this to you. Members, if you joined True Trading Group with less than $1,000 in your trading account, do you mind? Last time I'll ask you guys a question. I appreciate your participation so we can help out the viewers here that are not yet members, so if we can show them what's really possible and what's really true. Go ahead and comment in chat what you started with in your account when you first joined TTG. This way people can see that they don't need tens of thousands of dollars in order to do this. So, and guys, again, if you're not a member, pay attention to these comments. Just because I say them doesn't make it true. It's because real people and real members and your peers say them. That's what makes it true. Yes, Armand, congratulations. Armand made their very first trade today, a 200% gain on GDX call options. Great job. Yes. Hell yes. I'm sorry, 200 bucks. 200 bucks. Armand made his very first trade today, 200 bucks on call options. Great job. Really great job, man. I'm happy for you. That's their very first trade with real money. 200 bucks in the books. Great job. Plenty more to come. Taking profit started with 350 bucks. Mark 200. Levi 200. Greenman 300. Maria 300. 700. 500. 500. 500. 400. 575. 300. 200. 500. 150. Diane Fig $100. I got news for all of you. Diane Fig is a mod apprentice at True Trading Group. She started with a free share of Meta that she was given when she joined Robinhood. She sold it. It was worth around $100 at the time. And now she literally pays her bills with her trading account. She started with $100 in her account. Smooth Brain started with $400. The point that I'm making here is that you do not need tens of thousands of dollars to do this. You have a couple $100 bucks? Great. Let's go. You guys have to understand and realize that you're not just paying a fee to get my trade alerts because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. I don't think that I'm the world's greatest trader. I don't have a 100% win rate. The mods and I have collectively on all of our executions a cumulative win rate of around 80% for the last 4 years. So yes, should you want to get our trade alerts? Of course. Do you actually get our trade alerts? Of course. Okay, you're going to get all of those things. But when you join True Trading Group, it's not just about trade alerts. You're paying a tuition for access to all of the things that I said to you that give you a real chance at actually being successful. And because we are a business and you guys are paying tuition, make no mistake, True Trading Group is a business and business is great. And we believe that at True Trading Group, that if we help our members actually become successful, then our business is going to thrive. And it has. The only form of marketing that we really do is this live stream. We don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing like all of our competitors do. Our biggest form of marketing are our members. Our members join, they have success, they tell their friends, their family, their coworkers, they get 2 or 3 people join, then they have success, then they tell 2 or 3 people, then they join. And that's the biggest form of marketing that we have at True Trading Group. We have a 78% retention rate. 78% of our members stay with us or they've upgraded to become a lifetime member of TTG. That's why we are so successful. That's why we went from 100 members in 2017 to over 10,000 members here in 2024. And that tuition that you guys are paying to become part of TTG, we're going to let you guys actually hold us accountable because guess what? If it actually doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you a double your money back guarantee. So the way that it works when you join True Trading Group, you join, you pay an annual fee. And then you have the whole year to go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. And if you complete those 3 tasks and you're still unable to make enough winning trades to equal what you paid for your membership, we'll give you back double your money. That's how the double your money back guarantee goes. And I can do that because our refund rate at TTG is less than 2.5%. So I have no problem giving you a double your money back guarantee. Now you go to a university, they're not going to give you double your money back just because you're not able to find a job in your major that you graduated with. They don't care, but we do. And we'll base that double your money back guarantee based on your P&L, not anybody else's. I say this because I want you to understand that although, yes, of course, I would love to sell you a membership here during this live stream, but I want you guys to be able to succeed. And if you are successful, then we are successful as a company, plain and simple. You guys have to understand a lot's going on in this market. Tensions are extremely high in the Middle East as everybody awaits to see what is Israel's response going to be. And all while this is taking place, we are about to embark on one of the most important earnings seasons of recent years. because everybody is waiting for this economy to crack. Everybody's waiting for the job market to crack. You just had Tesla today announce that they were going to be laying off anywhere from 14,000 to 30,000 people from Tesla. Nike, Lululemon, Ulta, they all announced a couple of weeks ago that they see a weaker next quarter because they see a slowing consumer. No crap, Ricky Ricardo just upgraded to you took one of our lifetime spots. Ricky Ricardo, congratulations. It's his third day with True Trading Group and already became a lifetime member. That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible that you've been a member for 3 days and already decided that you want to be a lifetime member of True Trading Group. It's so amazing. It really is. I love it. That's so incredible. That's so incredible. But listen, in order for you guys to get ready here this week, listen, there's a lot that goes on in True Trading Group, right? But the people that are not members, you guys don't know what actually takes place inside of TTG. So do me a favor. Those of you that are not members, do me a favor. Just type the letters TTG in chat right now so I can just get a feel for who I'm talking to, so I can tailor the content properly to make sure that everybody understands the things I'm saying. Because we talked already a lot about what was going on today in the markets with Israel and then what we can expect about with earnings. But if those of you are not members, I want to see how many people here are not. Do me a favor and just type the letters TTG if you guys are not members of True Trading Group. Please go ahead. And I know it might sound tedious, but it helps me tailor the content for you. So go ahead and type TTG. We got Driven from Jamaica, Godnilla, Anthony, BJ, Holloway. What's up? Welcome back. I know, Holloway, you've been on these live streams now for a while. Welcome back. So like I said, guys, go ahead and just type TTG for those of you that are not part of the community. Oh, Anthony's best friend is Smooth Brain. Oh, that's awesome. Anthony, are you a barber also? Are you a barber too? Smooth Brain's a great dude. Smooth Brain is a great dude. He actually, I'm going to take him up on a fresh cut one of these days. He offered to give me a fresh cut. So one of these days, I'm coming for you, Smooth Brain. You got to give me a nice mid fade, hook me up real nice. Shape the beard up real good. We got JC Gonzalez, Riz in the house, James Hodge. What's up? Jim Knox, is my pleasure. Jim Knox says, Mike, thanks for the amazing market update. Listen, I haven't gotten anywhere. I haven't even gotten into it yet. Jim Knox, but I got a lot more coming. Oh, you are a barber too, Anthony? Sweet. We'll have to have like a buzzer. You guys will, we'll have to do something with you guys. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anthony, we're going to get you part of the group though, brother. We got to get you part of the group. And anybody else that's on here, okay? Oh, Angel Rivera, welcome back. What's up? Angel Rivera, welcome back. Anthony wants to be a lifetime member. He's working on it. Anthony, we're ready when you are, man. I got to see. I don't know if we have any lifetime spots available right now. And Ricky Ricardo might have taken the last one a couple of days ago, but we'll see. All right, here's what we'll do, okay? Here's what we're going to do, okay? I said to you before, today's tax day. And I understand, a lot of people are waiting on refund checks. They're waiting on, they have to pay taxes or whatever it is. Because it is tax day, I'm going to do everybody a favor here on this live stream. Okay? I'm going to do everybody a favor on this live stream. The next 10 people that join True Trading Group, I will give you a 50% discount on our annual membership. Now, the membership to join True Trading Group is normally $1,212 for the year. However, if you use the coupon code I'm about to give you, it drops the price down to just $597 for the entire year. But I'm only going to do it for the next 10 people. I did it for 20 people yesterday. We have then sold out of those spots. Today is actual tax day. I'm going to do it for 10 more. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com. Now, everything that's included in the $597 with the $597 is on that page, ttgoffer.com. Now, when you hit that page, you'll see the price says $1,212. Use this coupon code. You have to manually type it in yourself. TTG121. Again, that's TTG121. Then you click apply code. The price drops to $597. you're going to get access to our 22 course curriculum, which is a simplified and expanded upon version of the training program I received at the firm in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it, we've got it. There's no upsell for more courses. These are the courses. You have access to all of them for the $597. You're also going to get access to our trading chat room. Our chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're talking to you, calling out trades, answering questions, providing analysis from pre-market through until the close. You will also get access to our mobile app. The mobile app is for those of you that simply cannot be in front of your computer during the day. So you download our mobile app. It's free when you become a member. You can be connected to chat, see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, but most importantly, receive real-time push notifications when our moderators enter and exit positions. This way, you can follow along with everything that we are doing inside of TTG. You're also going to get access to our video library, over 1,000 hours of workshops covering different topics. You could even start attending these workshops live as a full-time member. And then you get the watch list every day from the mods. The watch list every day from the mods and I, we tell you these are the stocks we're focused on. These are the entry prices and exit prices that we're looking at. So you know exactly where to focus your attention before the day even begins. All of this is included for the $597. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops to $597. Check out and you're good to go. Now, the W money back guarantee I mentioned to you earlier. How's that work? Excellent. Glad you asked. You join today, you pay $597. I ask you to do the following. Go through all of the courses, pass the quizzes at the end of the courses, and attend one study group. We do study groups every Thursday. I'm asking you just to attend one. If you do those things and are still unable to make enough winning trades to equal the $597 membership fee, you cannot do that at least one time during your membership. We will give you back not just your $597. I'll give you back $597 times 2 for wasting your time. That's $1,194. Now, our double your money back guarantee, it is right there on the checkout page in black and white. Yes, it is real. Go read it. There it is. That's our double your money back guarantee. Go read it. Our refund rate, it's less than 2.5%. It's like 2.4% and some change. That's why I have no problem offering any one of you that wants to join a double your money back guarantee to prove to you how serious I am when I say to you that I truly believe that this platform can help you reach your goals. I don't think you need the double your money back guarantee, but it gives you some peace of mind, erases maybe some of your skepticism, and holds us accountable. And that's how it should be. And I'm happy to offer it. Nobody else will do that. But when 78% of your members stay with you after they've joined and only 2.4% of them want a refund, I have no problem doing it. All you need to do is go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code, and let's get started. This is going to be a wild and crazy next couple of weeks. With everything going on in the Middle East, let's not forget how volatile this market was when the Ukraine-Russia situation first popped off. This market was up and down almost on a daily, every other day. We were up 700-800 points, down 1,000, up 500. I mean, this market was all over the place. And now you take a look at the size of these candles that you're getting in the markets. This thing is really opening up and volatility is really starting to accelerate. And you have earnings. Now, we also do offer Afterpay, Klarna, PayPal credit if you guys want to finance the $597 in case you just don't have an extra $597 laying around and you would like to use Klarna, Afterpay, or PayPal credit. You can do that. But in order for us to process the transaction through one of those methods, you have to send us a text message. So just send a text message to 1-888-306-8783. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. That's 1-888-306-8783. Okay. Also, if you guys are currently a trial member or you used to be a trial member, or maybe you just used to be a member in general and you want this $597 price point, you also must send a text message to that phone number so we can whitelist your email address and give you that 50% discount. So again, that phone number is 1-888-306-8783. 306-8783. You can also text that number if you guys have any questions at all about anything. You have any concerns, we're fully transparent. We are an open book, and we got to welcome Paul. Paul's the first member of the group. Everybody welcome Paul. There are now only 9 of these spots left. And like I said, I am only giving this to the next 9 people. I did it for 20 people yesterday. Those spots got filled. I'm going to do it for 10 more tonight. Paul just took 1. There's 9 left. Then the price jumps back up over $700 for the discount. You guys can save well over $100 today. $597, 9 spots left. How do you know you're one of the 9 spots? It's very simple. When you enter the coupon code TTG121 and then you click apply code, does the price then drop to $597? If it does, you're one of the 9. If it doesn't and it says $720, well, then we've already had those 9 spots filled. So that's how you guys will know. So Paul, welcome to the family, bro. Looking forward to trading with you. Looking forward to trading with you, Paul. Welcome to the group. All right, folks. All right, guys. Let's dive in. Let's get on over to the charts. Okay. Riz786, great question. Riz says, does this give Benzinga and simulation and market data? So Riz, for the 597, no. But at True Trading Group, for another $500, if you want it, you could get access to all of the following tools and resources. They are on our platform, available to those who are those serious traders that want this information, that want these tools. We do have available on the platform, Riz, for an additional $500, the following tools: Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, congressional trading data to track trades by Congress, insider trading data to track trades by management teams, unusual options activity, dark pool data, okay, options flow, short data, analyst ratings, AI trading tools, Trading View's premium charting software, Quote Media's full book level 2, the Trade Ideas scanner, a trading journal to track your trades for you, and a social sentiment scanner to tell you what's being talked about most on social media. Now, those tools collectively, if you guys are serious traders and you want access to these tools, they would cost you normally, if you paid for them directly to the companies that offer them, you'd pay around $5,000 to $6,000 a year for all of those tools. Now, at True Trading Group, we've spent years building relationships with all those companies, and we've partnered with these companies so we can bring their products onto the TTG platform for our members for only an additional $500. So the $597 gets you the chat room, the mobile app, the trade alerts, the video library, the watch list, and all of our courses. For an additional $500, you can get all of those tools that I just mentioned, easily $5,000 to $6,000. Okay. So Riz, if you're a more serious trader, okay. Yes. Bass Goose. Yes. Does it work on your phone? Absolutely. Absolutely. It works on your phone. So Riz, if you're a more serious trader and you want those tools, some of you guys may pay for these things already. Like Riz, if you might pay for Benzinga Pro already. Benzinga Pro is like $1,000. Trading View's charts is like $600, right? Trade Ideas, that's like nearly $1,000. I think that's like $1,000 or so for the year, right? You might Trading View, like the Trading Journal, so VUE, the Trading Journal. If you pay for that stuff already, you know how expensive that stuff is. You know, dark pool data, you might pay for that stuff. It's all included when you join TTG and pay that additional $500 to unlock all the tools and resources. But the $597 just gets you. So basically for $1,097, Riz, you can get access to all the courses, the tools, the trade alerts, the mobile app, and all those tools and resources. Okay. All right, folks. So again, any questions, you guys can just send a text message, 1-888-306-8783. Okay, that's 1-888-306-8783. We got to welcome Diorville. Diorville, that is driven from Jamaica. Driven from Jamaica. Diorville, welcome to the TTG family. 8 spots now remain. 8 spots now remain. So driven from Jamaica, if you can't select anything on your dashboard, then you might have to refresh. So like log out and log back in, because if you were a trial member, that's why you might not have access to some of those things. So if you were a trial member, that's probably why you don't have access to it. So just log out and log back in. And then now with your new account, you should have access to everything. Okay. And if you're still having trouble, Diorville, just send a text message, or you can hit the chat now tab. We got a support staff that can help answer your questions for you. And anybody else, like I said, send a text message to the phone number right down there if you guys have any questions. All right. Welcome to the family, guys. 8 spots now remain. Okay. 8 spots now remain. All right. Let's get on over to the charts. Okay. So my target was reached. So my target for the week, if you guys caught my live stream yesterday, my target for the week was this level right here around 504. You can see previous double top, and then it became support on the day that we had the big gap up in NVIDIA's earnings. Now we are right back into that level, and we tested it and we hit it today. Now, full transparency, I did not expect us to get there today. I even said that to you on last night's live stream. Last night's live stream, I said, hey, this is my target for the week, but I don't think we get there on Monday. It's literally what I said. Literally said, I don't think we get there Monday. Because what happened with Israel and Iran over the weekend, I thought that was not that serious, and I thought the markets would react favorably to that, and that the markets would bounce on Monday. That's what I said to you guys. I think the markets bounce on Monday. I don't think what happened with Iran and Israel over the weekend was that big. I think it could have been much worse, and the markets are gonna like that. And I was right about that. We had this big gap up today. The markets were sitting nice, big, green. It was a beautiful morning. And then all of a sudden we got news that Israel's war cabinet was gathering to discuss a potential response to Iran. And once that news broke, the markets made a fresh new low. And we didn't really know exactly the extent of and the severity of the issue, because that happened right there. See that drop? That's when that news broke about Israel's war cabinet meeting. And the markets did not like that. And we gave back that huge gap up. Then we got news that, yep, it's confirmed, right? It's confirmed. We had some high-ranking military officials, chief of staff, say that there will be a military response for what Iran did over the weekend. And then you found out that the U.S. Air Force had completed their preparations for what they then said is an imminent attack. And that happened. Okay, so all those headlines that came out of Israel directly lined up and coincided with these moves to the downside in the overall market. And this is where we stand now. We ended up selling off and making fresh new lows, and we got to the support level. I'm just being completely honest. I did not think we were going to get here today, but that's because I did not think that Israel was not going to let this slide. See, what I thought was, that Iran was basically embarrassed, and Iran just basically was just trying to save face. It wasn't really an attack that was trying to do any significant damage whatsoever. I think Iran sent those missiles praying that not a single person died, because if they did real damage, then the response from Israel and then also the United States would have been severe. And realistically, Iran does not have the financing to compete with an all-out war just between them and Israel or the United States. With the sanctions and everything that Iran has been hit with, and how they've lost a lot of revenue from having to sell their oil dirt cheap to China because of all the sanctions that are on Iran, they don't have the financial ability to compete with a full-blown all-out war like that. I don't think that that's what Iran wants. I really, truly don't think so. And that's why their response over the weekend was what it was, right? That's why you had the markets kind of move higher, because I thought that, and the markets thought, I wasn't the only person. If I was the only person, the markets would have been down today. In the morning, they're down now, but for a different reason. But in the morning, we had this huge gap up. And that's because everybody was like, oh, okay, Israel, they shot like 200 missiles and drones at you and you took out 198 of them. There's not a single casualty. Not one infrastructure was hit. Not one military base destroyed. Not one military asset destroyed. Nobody was killed. I mean, it's just like, hey, you took your best shot at us and you missed miserably. And I thought that Israel would have just taken that as a victory lap and been like, ha, nice try. We took out 7 of your highest ranking military generals and you couldn't even get a single missile through our Iron Dome system. And I feel like that's why the markets had that big gap up. Then Israel's like, we're not done. We're not going to let this slide. It's the first time you've ever sent missiles directly into our land from Iran, not from one of your little terror proxies. And Israel's like, we can't just sit by and do nothing. We have to respond. And now the markets are nervous. Because does Israel push Iran into a corner where they will have no choice but to do something or try to do something worse? And then what everybody was fearful of that was going to happen over the weekend, does that happen this coming weekend? Does it happen towards the end of this week? What is Israel going to do? Is Israel going to do something that's going to be one notch above so that Iran is going to have to feel like, oh man, now we have to do something again in order to save face? Because that little tick for tack back and forth is how an all-out war starts. And that's how one side declares war against the other. And that is not what anybody wants. Nobody wants that to happen, right? Nobody wants that to happen. From a humanitarian standpoint, right? If that happens, that means people are going to die. And nobody wants people to die on either side. And I got to be completely honest with you guys. We have members in 115 different countries. We have members in Iran. We have members in Israel, right? So you've got to also make sure that, and I'll say this, just try to keep political comments and everything to yourselves. We're talking about this strictly from a stock market standpoint. And we're talking about this as far as how does the market view these things. And I don't want people to get super political and, be respectful of members and family members that are part of True Trading Group that we have all over the world. We have a lot of members in Israel. We have a lot of members in Iran. We don't have any members in North Korea. So when something pops off in North Korea, we can all just crap on North Korea together. We don't have any members in North Korea. So that one we can all jump in on that one. But for this, let's, keep it nice and cool. I'm having trying to make light of a serious topic in a serious situation, but just keep that in mind, everybody, please, and just be respectful of everyone that is part of the TTG family. But now with that being said, as we roll on through, you got to see what Israel does. I don't know what the response is going to be. I'm hoping that if Israel's response is just for the sake of saying, here's something, and it's not something that's severe, if it's not something that humiliates Iran, if they don't take out their oil facilities, if they don't take out their nuclear facilities, if they don't cause, mass casualties, if it's not anything like that, then perhaps Iran can just swipe it under the rug and the next attack will be via Hezbollah or the Houthis. Because if the next attack from Iran or the response from Iran is from Hezbollah or the Houthis, the market's going to love it because that means that tensions between Israel and Iran from a chance of an all-out war standpoint are actually going down. Because the Houthis and Hezbollah, and they've been attacking Israel ever since October 7th. They've been doing it for the last several years. Israel's been fighting Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas for ages. We all know that, right? So that would be something that the markets wouldn't view as something new. But a direct conflict between Iran and Israel, country to country, that is very new. That's not happened before. And the markets don't want to play that scenario out. They really don't. Nor does the rest of the world. Okay? Nor does the rest of the world. So I'm not going to try to predict what Israel does. I'm going to react to what they do. And that's how I'm going to play it. And these are the things I have in mind. If they hit an oil facility, a nuclear facility, or cause mass casualties, then I think the markets go to here, 497. 497 is going to be this big gap fill. So this is the big gap fill from NVIDIA's earnings. Okay, that'll be the big gap fill from NVIDIA earnings. I also think that if that were to happen, I also think you would see oil prices spike and oil prices run. And I think you should try to be long ExxonMobil and Occidental Petroleum if that is what Israel does. We have to welcome Lynn. Lynn just joined True Trading Group. Everybody welcome Lynn. 7 spots left now, guys. There are only 7 spots left for the people that want the 50% discount. That's a $597 price point for the whole year. What do you have to lose? I'm giving you the double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind to hold us accountable. Lynn, 7 spots left. Welcome to the family. If anybody has any questions, just text us. 1-888-306-8783. Text us for any questions that you guys do have. Okay, so if their response is severe, this is my target, 497. To the flip side of that, if the response is muted and there's no casualties and they don't touch oil, anything oil related, then I think you'll bounce off this level. I think this is a big enough of a support level that you don't slice through it without an escalation. I think the markets actually try to bounce and you maybe get a candle that looks something like this. Okay, and you get a candle that looks something like this. So the way that I'm going to do this is I have to wait until tomorrow. I'll wake up in the morning. The first thing I'll do is I'll check the news. Did Israel do anything? And if Israel did something, I need to know what is it. And once I know what it is, I'm going to then determine whether or not I think that the markets are going to panic or the markets are going to say, okay, that's not that bad. And then I'll determine whether or not I'm going to be long or short. And I'll tell you this, you want a long idea? If what Israel does is something really minor, I'll give you a long idea if what did they do is something minor. It's a trade that I got into today. And then when all this news started happening, I just decided that I'm going to get out. I don't want to hold anything. I got out of the trade today. The trade also did not trigger. The setup is there still, but the trade didn't trigger. And it's AMD down against this 160 support level. And I'm going to draw this line out for you guys. See this line that I just drew for you on AMD? Notice how this used to be a huge resistance level. That was your all-time high, right? That was your all-time high. You broke above that all-time high here in in January. And once you broke above it, you can see support, 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 support. Now we dropped into it. And again, now here we are sitting there at support. Plus the 100-day moving average, this purple line or pink line is now sitting there as well. If Israel does nothing, I think AMD does this. Or not if Israel does nothing. I mean, they said that the attack is imminent. But if it's not that bad, if it's not that severe, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to buy AMD tomorrow. So my game plan tomorrow is if there is, and this, I really hope that whatever Israel's going to do, I hope they do it tonight while we're sleeping so that when I wake up tomorrow, I have an answer. What I don't want to do, I'll have a lot less conviction tomorrow. I'll have a lot less conviction tomorrow if Israel did not execute this attack yet, because there's going to be this element of the unknown. We don't know what it is yet. And what I don't want is that in the middle of the trading day, when it's nighttime in Israel and nighttime in Iran, and it's the afternoon trading session here, that the attack happens and the market goes nuts in the middle of the day. That's what I don't want. That's the more difficult trade. The easier trade is if it happens overnight for us, which I don't think it's going to, because I feel like Israel's going to carry this out nighttime, their time. So it might happen tomorrow night, Israel time. I feel like they're going to want to carry this attack out at night, not during the day. So this might be wishful thinking for me, right? But what I'm going to look for is if there's a resolution here and we know what Israel did and it's not severe, it's not an oil facility, it's not a nuclear facility, there's not mass casualties, and it's like, okay, that's not that bad. If it's like a arms depot or something, I don't know. We got to figure it out when it comes out. And if tomorrow AMD is trading, let's say AMD is trading here. So let's say tomorrow AMD gaps up to here, right? Right here around, like, call it 162.5. I'm telling you right now, if it pulls in off the open, I'm going to buy it right there at 160.150. I'm going to buy it right there at 160.150, and I'm going to then see if we bounce and then start to and then move higher and do something like this on AMD. Okay, so this is a long idea that I actually got into this position earlier this morning. So I got into the position here and I got out of the position here. So I actually took a loss on this trade. It's a small loss. I didn't get stopped out. I just exited the position. It just happens to be lower than where I got it. But I just decided I didn't want to hold anything overnight because I didn't know what Israel was going to do. So full disclosure, I got into the trade today. I got out of the trade today. Yes, it's a red trade, but it's a small loss. And I'm just kind of getting out of the trade because I don't want to be in anything overnight. But I will be going after this trade again. If it sets up for me, I just have to wait for the all clear depending on what Israel's going to do. Okay? So obviously we got a lot going on. I don't want you guys trying to trade through this on your own. There's a lot of moving parts here. There's obviously what's going on in the Middle East, and there's earnings coming up. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get some of your big healthcare companies, UNH, United Healthcare. That's going to be a huge earnings support because these healthcare companies have been getting rocked based on the Medicaid payouts were not as good as what was expected, and that has really hurt some of these healthcare payers like Humana. Humana has gotten destroyed. They are hurt the most out of it from this. Okay, so Humana, again, absolutely rocked. But then you've got United Health, which has been hanging in there, but even United Health is at a major support level. So major support level here on United Health. I actually think that if someone does not, I own United Health in my long-term portfolio. I've owned it for years. It's my largest healthcare position. I actually think if someone doesn't own it at all, I actually think the low 400s is a pretty decent spot to start grabbing some. But they have earnings tomorrow morning before the market opens, so we'll see what they do. But that's going to set the tone for healthcare too. It's going to set the tone for the healthcare sector. And then next week, you get into all your huge mega cap like Meta and Alphabet and Microsoft and Amazon. That's all next week. I mean, this is going to be just one, and all while Israel and Iran are popping off in the Middle East. This is going to be crazy. There's going to be tons of opportunity. The market volatility is absolutely here. You can look at this. You can see the markets have really opened up. What I will say to you is this. I don't care what happens between Israel and Iran. I don't care if they go out into a complete all-out war. Do not make the mistake of thinking that World War III is upon us and the stock market's going to crash 80%. It will not crash 80%. Even if Iran and Israel go into an all-out war, will the markets go down? Yes. Will oil go up? Yes. Could oil going up potentially push the economy into a recession? Yes. All of these things are true. But if that happens, guess what you should be doing? You should be getting out the list of all of the stocks that you've been kicking yourself in the ass as hard as you possibly can for the last year because you didn't buy them in 2022. You should be kicking yourself in the ass. You should get out the list for NVIDIA and AMD and Palo Alto and CrowdStrike and Meta and Microsoft, all the stocks that you wish you bought in 2022. If that happens, you better buy them this time. And if you don't, shame on you. Because if you fall victim to the world is ending, just like you fell victim to the world is ending in October of 2022 when the markets bottomed, but everybody told you there was going to be a depression. Everybody told you the market was going to go down 80%. Everybody told you that there was going to be a Lehman Brothers moment. You remember that? Don't fall for it again. Every single military conflict throughout history, every war, every single attack, the initial reaction is an overreaction every single time. World War II, Vietnam, the Korean War, the war in Iraq, the invasion of Afghanistan, 9/11, okay, Russia, Ukraine, every single war/military conflict sees a knee-jerk reaction to the downside, and within a couple of months, the market no longer cares. Take advantage of it. Do not let it come and go because someone on YouTube told you we're going into a nuclear apocalypse and Iran is going to fire 100 nuclear missiles at Israel, and Israel is going to fire 100 nuclear missiles back at Iran, and one of them is going to strike Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia is going to get pissed off. They're going to cut off oil supply for the whole world. Then the United States is going to get involved, and China is going to say, hold on, US, and we're all going to die. Do not fall for it. Because guess what? The end of the world only happens once. And if it truly is the end of the world, then your money is useless anyway. So don't ever bet on the end of the world. Take advantage of the volatility that these catalysts create and recognize and realize that the bigger picture, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, 10 years from now, no one's going to give a rat's ass about Israel and Iran. No one's going to give a rat's ass about Russia and Ukraine. No one's going to give a rat's ass about Jerome Powell. What everyone's going to give a rat's ass about is the evolution of AI and the advancements in technology and the massive amounts of value and growth and wealth that are going to be generated by that entire new technology. That's what you focus on. And anything that happens in the interim that causes those stocks to go down, you welcome it with open arms. You don't get scared by it. You don't be fearful of it. You don't run and hide. You say the stocks are going down. Yes, not, oh no, it's yes. Thank you. Thank you. Because I missed NVIDIA and I didn't want to buy it at 950. I'll take it at 700 all day long. That's what you should be saying. Not, oh no, the world's going to end. Maybe I won't buy anything. The market might go lower because that's what you did in 2022 and that didn't work for you. Do not make the same mistake again. I own all these stocks. I bought all of them in 2022. I'm very happy with the positions that I have, but even myself, I'm going to buy more if these things happen. Why? Because I'm 39 years old and I don't care what happens in the market today. I know that by the time I'm 65, we're going to be exponentially higher than where we are today. The end. Do not mess this up. Take advantage of it. Get excited by it. Don't be scared of it. All right? Perfect. And with that being said, it's giveaway time. The second code word for tonight's giveaway is volatility. So the two code words for this giveaway, I'm giving away $100 to 3 members of True Trading Group. The code words are hello volatility. Hello volatility. And my goodness, is that volatility here. If you're not ready for it, you better get ready real quick because it's not coming. It's already here. So the two code words are hello volatility. What I'm about to do now is I'm going to put everyone's name into a random name picker called the Wheel of Names. I'm going to spin the wheel 3 times. If your name is called, this is for members of True Trading Group. If your name is called, you will have 2 minutes to send a text message to a phone number that we put on the screen. If you can give me both code words, you have won $100. All right, we're just waiting to get the list here. Oh, timeout, folks. Maybe not. All right, maybe not, because the list is not loading. Oh, wait. I think we got it. I think we got it. Hold on. Don't panic. Okay. Don't panic. Stand by. Joe, it's coming to you, Joe. It's coming to you now. Merrick Babala. You know what I did? I took it out. I blew in the cartridge and I put it back in. So Marek Babala goes, did you turn it off and on and back on again? Or like all the like the IT, like the do-it-yourself IT fix, just turn it off and on again. Give it a quick hit. Well, no, what used to work, back in the old days when you actually had like video game cartridges, all of you like 20-year-olds or, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I used to have to take like out the Nintendo 64 or the Sega and then put it back in and then it worked. So that's what we just did. We just did that right now. Oh, the good old days. I'm not a video game guy. Listen, nothing against grown men that play video games. I got nothing against it. I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just don't. I don't have time for video. I don't have time. I haven't played a video game, and I couldn't even tell you. The last time I played a video game actually was during the pandemic, during COVID. That was the last time I played a video game. It was during COVID because there's nothing else to do. During COVID, the last time I played a video game. Yeah, and before that was probably like, I don't know, 10 years, 8 years before that. Terry Callahan. Terry Callahan goes, guys, I worked on U.S. Navy weapon systems. The on-off trick was used. We call it the Raytheon reset. I love that. What did I play during COVID? I just mostly played Call of Duty. Call of Duty during COVID. I had to prepare myself for the end of days. Oh, Ricky Ricardo coming in with the heat. The game genie. Trading is in the game. Henry Page, well done. Well done. He's heating up. He's on fire. Boom shakalaka. Still to this day, one of the greatest video games ever made. One of the greatest video games ever made. Hands down. Joe, how are we doing on this list, bro? I'm not going to sit up here and talk about video games anymore. How are we doing on this list? List of good companies that are cheap to buy. Oh, Riz, that's tough, bro. Because there's not many that are cheap. There's not many that are cheap, Riz, to be honest with you. The markets just came off all-time highs, Riz. So, honestly, they're a lot of valuations are stretched. Riz, I'm being completely honest with you. A lot of valuations are stretched. Companies that are still actually I don't necessarily think anything is really cheap. And when Riz says cheap, guys, I don't think he's talking about cheap like, oh, the price per share is low. I assume, or are you? I don't know if that's is that what you mean, Riz? Like the price per share is low, or do you mean like cheap as far as like a valuation, like a PE ratio? It's cheap. I'm not sure which one you meant by that. Because if you're talking about from a PE ratio cheap, this might blow your mind, but NVIDIA is actually not that expensive compared to the earnings estimates that they actually have. And if they meet those growth estimates, then it's actually not that expensive. You actually have other semiconductors that have much higher PEs than NVIDIA does, because the earnings part of NVIDIA is so high. The earnings part is so high. He means cheap in price. Okay, not PE. So you mean cheap in price. Okay. Sure. So Riz, cheaper in price. I like Palantir. I think Palantir is a cheaper way listen, we'll clarify. When you say cheap, we're talking about price per share, not actually valuation. But Palantir is a cheaper one, $22. I think Palantir is a decent play. I actually like Palantir for the future. It's a cheaper name. I am targeting Kava, $62. I am targeting Kava for a long-term portfolio ad where we're going to try to scoop up Kava in the mid to high 50s. We'll try to scoop up Kava. So my buy points on Kava are here and here. So this is where I'm going to become a shareholder of Kava. in the long-term portfolio. I'll explain to you guys. Kava is a recent new IPO. They went public last year, and depends on where you live in the country. You may not know what Kava is, but I live up in North Jersey, and there's a bunch of Kavas up here. The food is amazing, and it is the exact same model as Chipotle. You literally feel like you are in Chipotle when you walk inside of Kava, but instead of burritos and burrito bowls and tacos, it's Mediterranean food. The food is great. It's a little bit more of a healthier option. There's some healthier options for people, and the food is delicious. It's the exact same business model as Chipotle. Okay. You could literally take Kava out of their store and put Chipotle into the store within 2 hours. Just change the food and everything stays the same. It is literally the exact model as Chipotle. And Chipotle has already proved to us that business model works, right? So Chipotle has proved, since they went public in 2006 at $52 a share, it is now at $2,900. And they have become a global juggernaut in the fast casual dining, right? A juggernaut. And that has absolutely created tremendous amounts of shareholder value for their investors. Now, Kava is nowhere near the size of Chipotle. Nowhere near it. Okay. But who's to say 10 years from now that they won't be? So I'm willing to bet on Kava with an already proven business model, fantastic food. And every time I go into a Kava, there's a line of people. Every time. I've never been to Kava and there has not been a line. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it. And as the company grows and they open more locations throughout the country and eventually in different countries, and they grow to become a global brand like Chipotle, I can see that happening. Why not? So that's another one that I'm targeting. How we doing, Joe? Do we have it yet? Where is Kava and what's the food type? The food type is Mediterranean food. All right, so we are just we almost got it, guys. Everybody can blame Joe, even though it's not Joe's fault. It's not Joe's fault, but we'll blame him anyway. It's not Joe's fault. Everyone's waiting for their money. Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. Don't mind me. All right. How we doing, Joe? What's a good price to add Palantir? 21. The 21, the low 20s. The low 20s are good. Oh, I think we're good. I think we got it. Joe, we got it? Yeah, all right. Everybody, thumbs up for Joe. We got it. All right. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, we're going to spin the wheel. And if your name is called, you will have 2 minutes to send a text message to the number that you see on the bottom of the screen. The number is 786-292-1606. Again, 786-292-1606. You got to give me both code words. Joe, go ahead and spin that wheel. The winner is Todd Shapiro. Todd Shapiro, the clock starts now. Todd, you have 2 minutes to send a text message to 786-292-1606. If you give me both code words, you win $100. Okay, $100. 1 minute and 40 seconds remain. So 786-292-1606. Again, Todd, the phone number is on the bottom of the screen. It's 786-292-1606. You must text that number. Give me both code words. If you do, $100 is yours. 1 minute, 15 seconds. Let's check out how the Yankees doing. And the Yankees did it. Oh man, their pitcher in the first couple innings couldn't get it together. They lost. They lost 3-1. Well, at least my Rangers clinched. And they lost. Lost 2 in a row. Damn Yankees, man. Killing me, guys. You're killing me, Smalls. All right. We've got 40 seconds. Oh, he got it. He got it. Wait, no. Did he get it? He got it, Joe? All right. Way to go, Todd. Todd, $100. Yours. $100. Yours. Way to go, Todd. Todd, congratulations. You have just won $100. Todd, congratulations, my man. Joe, let's go ahead and spin that wheel. Good luck, guys. We got 2 more to go. I'm giving away another $200. Here we go. And the winner is Rafael Alcantara. The clock starts now. Alcantara. Just like the interior of my car is Alcantara. Mm-hmm. Rafael Alcantara, you have 1 minute and 50 seconds to send a text message to 786-292-1606. If you can give me both of those code words within the 2-minute time frame, you will win $100 just like Todd just did. I just said just too many times. So 1 minute and 30 seconds as the clock ticks away for Rafael Alcantara. One minute and 10 seconds. Oh, no crap. Casual Fool, you're Todd? I didn't know that. Congratulations, man. Casual Fool, longtime TTG member, longtime TTG YouTube listener. Congrats. Congrats, Todd. All right, Rafael, the clock is ticking, man. You got 50 seconds. 45 seconds, Rafael. We're getting close. Rafael, the number 786-292-1606. Nothing yet, guys. We got about 35 seconds. $25 seconds. $10 seconds. Not looking good for Rafael, guys. Yeah, make sure you click the live button to make sure that you are up to speed. Yeah, Julie, good point. And there's 2 minutes, guys. Sorry. All right. So Rafael's a no-go. Joe, spin that wheel one more time, then it's bedtime. I'm actually watching a new show on Amazon called Fallout. I'm going to watch an episode and then go to sleep. I'm going to might read a chapter of my father-to-be book. Yes, I'm reading a father-to-be book. Corey Moroniuk, Corey Moroniak. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I feel like I am. We got 2 minutes for Corey. Corey, you got 2 minutes to send a text message to 786-292-1606. That's 786-292-1606. Corey, if you can send me a text message within the next 1 minute and 45 seconds and give me both code words, you win $100. Simple as that. $100 in your pocket just for sending a text message. Do you have it in you? Corey, we're all rooting for you. Yes, the show Fallout is based on a video game. I've never played the video game, but it is based on a video game. Minute and 15 seconds. Yes, Maxwell Becker, I second that. There's so many good TV shows. Ozark was one of my favorite shows ever. Jason Bateman in Ozark is out of this world. Out of this world. Ozark is an amazing show, and Jason Bateman absolutely is phenomenal in that show. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's funny, you know Jason Bateman in like all comedies. Oh, Corey got it. Corey got it. Congratulations. Corey got it with 15 seconds to spare. Corey, congratulations. Congratulations. Congrats. No, really. Wait, James Earl Scones, did they actually film it in the Ozarks? Is that where you're from? I'm asking, I don't know if they actually I know it's called the Ozarks. I don't know if they actually filmed it there. I don't know. But that's pretty sweet. James Earl Scones, they filmed it in your town. You want to hear something that is probably not going to surprise any of you? They filmed Sopranos in my hometown. It's a true story. It's probably not going to surprise any of you, but yes, they filmed Sopranos in my hometown. Another ridiculously amazing show. All right, folks, that does it for me, though. That does it for me. All right. Wild day in the markets today. You better get used to it. There's going to be a whole hell of a lot more days like this. So get your butts in chat. Don't try to trade through this volatility on your own. I'll be there with you guys. The 8 professional mods will be there with you each and every single day from the beginning to the end. We're not gone after an hour or two, and you'll have to fend for yourself. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Just text us. Text us 1-888-306-8783 with any questions that you guys have. My TC fam, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's see what happens overnight with Israel and Iran. If anything, hopefully we get something over. I mean, not hopefully. That feels that, I don't like saying that. Hopefully we get something. Hopefully nothing happens, right? But if something's going to happen from a trading perspective, we want it to happen overnight so we can trade off of it during the day and not be surprised by it during the day when it happens. But, from a humanitarian standpoint, hopefully nothing happens, right? Hopefully nothing happens. But we'll see, all right? TTGoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Any questions, text us. I'll see you guys all in chat. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. Have a great night.